This car's quick! Now this right here is probably the most expensive car to ever been at my house. So this car costs 2.2 million ringgit starting price, and not only that, it's also the most exclusive and most special and unique car to ever been here, because let's face it, how often do you even see this car? And one thing nice about this car is fully handmade. Everything you see here, the body panels, the grille, the interior, the seats, and everything, even the tiny little parts where you don't get to see, everything are all done by hand. So this right here is the Bufori Geneva, and I'm going to show you everything interesting and unique about this car. And trust me guys, there are tons of them and I can't wait to show you guys. Let's go. Now, there are cars out there which attract your attention by having loud exhaust or having very sporty looks like a supercar, but nothing does it like the Bufori Geneva right here. It's timeless, vintage, classic looks, right? Even though without any sound, it stands still now, it attracts a lot of attention. It oozes class and luxury. All right, the sheer size of this car, right? This car is over 5.5 meters long, which is absolutely massive. All right, so this car, you can see from the front, what's really unique, you can see the lights. So these lights are all done in-house. You got 3 lights here, and then this one, the massive grille here, these are all individually woven by hand, and then it's polished to give you this metal-like finish. Yeah guys, this is all done by hand. All right, it's not by machine. And then you got this Bufori logo here, proudly presented in B. This one you can have in 24 karat gold as well if you want. All right, and then you can see the bottom here. Yeah, the size of this car nowadays, how often do you actually find cars like this that are vintage design, which gives you a great sense of appreciation for cars like this now, because yeah, we really don't get to see this kind of looks anymore. All right, but this car, it has the looks, but it functions really well. It's all the functionality, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. All right, and then you go towards the side. And another thing I like about this, right, you can see this piece here. This entire piece, right, is actually one single piece. Yes, you heard that right. So this part here and this part, right, is not separated, because you see there are actually no cut lines or no shut lines. It's one single piece, which gives you this very seamless bodywork. You can see it just flows all the way towards the back. Yeah, the size of this, right, from the front all the way towards the back, yeah, it's absolutely huge. All right, and if you head towards the back, okay, one thing very cool about this car is, if you take a look at this, so you can see the Bufori, right? Take a look at that. You have the Malaysian flag. All right, really cool little detail. And at the back, it's just like the front. You have these circular lights for the tail lights, 2 on each side. Okay, then you have a reverse camera here. Now to pop open the boot, there's a button here. You just give it a press. You press open and it opens up. And just check out, even for the boot, right, where you don't really get to see, take a look at it. It's all nicely finished in this carpeted blue. All right, so the colors, you can choose to whatever colors you like. The options is limitless. You can do whatever you want in this car. And then just take a look at this. You can see how rigid this car is. Okay, I forgot to mention that this car is actually fully made out of carbon fiber plus Kevlar, meaning it's super lightweight and it's 7 times stronger than steel. So it's really strong. So if I give it a knock, you can feel, yeah, the sound is really solid. Okay, so here you can see with the reinforced brace here, right? You can see the finishing here. Yeah, it's very solid. Okay, so yeah, if you open this up, another cool detail, if I open this, you can see you have a dedicated toolkit. So every Bufori models have this. So you can see all is nicely presented here, and all these are finished in really high quality. All right, so yeah, these are all the sets, right? You got the tire compressor here, compression. Then you see how, look at the little tiny details, how it actually holds up. Yeah, those are the small attention to detail that really matters a lot. Okay, well, that's what makes this car really unique. All right, let me just close this back down. Gently does it. Yeah, the back end this car looks really one of a kind, right? Yeah, I just love this part right here. Okay, now you have to open up the doors, right? So you can see there's a B here. So you open up the door, you can open from here. Let's open this up. So this one has suicide doors, or what we like to call it, coach door, because it sounds better than suicide doors. And take a look at the interior, guys. So the owner for this one spec blue on blue on blue. All right, so you can see the leather, the materials they use. It's the finest quality of materials they use. All right, it's all Napa leather. Yeah, really nice. And this, you can see, look at all the little tiny details. You press on it, it's soft, it's perforated, and these are all done by hand in the factory, guys. Yeah, you really get the sense of how much work they actually need to do, you know. And then you can see here, you got the silhouette of the Bufori itself with the logo there. Yeah, the interior space, which I'll get into later. Let me just show you the front seat. Close this back up, open this up, and just check out the front seat, guys. It's all finished in blue as well. Obviously, this one, like I said, you can choose whatever color you want. Anything you can think about it, they can do it for you. All right, yeah, just take a look at it. Right, the side steel is quite long as well. Okay, but one thing I want to show you before I show you the interior, right, is I have to pop open this. All right, I'm just going to show you the engine. All right, if you come here, all right, I think the latch is bottom here. Put my hand here, give it a press. If I can find where the latch is. Let's see, where's the latch? The latch is here. And then you lift it up. All right, this reveals the engine. Just take a look at it. All right, now it's fully covered, and then you can only lift this up, one on each side, one here, and another one here, which basically gives you the gull wing doors. All right, now the reason why it's actually covered, right, is because you don't really need to fiddle with the engine or whatsoever. All you need to do is just, you know, service the oil change, the fluids, and that's about it. Because this car, it's so reliable, the engine wise, you don't really need to tamper with it. So yeah, you can see it says Bufori. This is a supercharged V6 3.6 litre one, so you can also opt for the 6.4 litre V8 engine if you want to. All right, really cool. Let's close this back down. Close this back down, and let's just close this. Yeah, just take a look at the mesh. Really nice. Close it back down, just like that. Solid click. All right, and now let's check out the interior. So if you head towards the interior, have a seat inside, get a nice silhouette there. Okay, once you're inside, it's really comfortable inside here. Okay, so this is the keys for it, also finished in blue as well. Foot on the brake, start it up, you can see, whoa, sounds really good. All right, so inside here, yeah, you can see these are all done by humans, guys. It's really nice. The exhaust system on this sounds great as well. Okay, so here you can see got a 360 view of your car itself. What I really like about this car is that, yes, even though it looks very classic, very old, right, but interior, everything, you have all the modern technology if you want. You see, even the seat controls here, you have everything. Okay, you have massage seats, okay, ventilated, heated. You basically, whatever you want, just name it and they'll do it for you. The Bufori logo here, all right, and then here, so this is the screen itself. Here you have the gear selector. I like how it's all finished in this blue. So you open this up, all right, so you can put stuff inside here. You got two cup holders here. Now you even have this button, whether, let's say, if you have a cold drink, you just put it inside, you press this, it keeps it cool. You have a hot drink, you put it inside, it keeps it warm. Yeah, there's so many features. You got this 360 surround view as well, right? So you just turn, right, it gives you the view around the car, because this is very important, because this car is absolutely huge, so you will definitely need to use the 360 camera. All right, yeah, you see the finishing and everything they use, right? Even the top here, you can choose whatever color. If you don't want this color, not only color you can choose, guys, you can even choose the, you know, the density of it, and whether we want perforated. Yeah, the choice are endless. Okay, so you can see the seats are so nice. Okay, so even the seats, right, you can see when I press inside how soft it is. The softness, the hardness of it, you can also choose by yourself. Carpet as well, whether you want wool, you want anything, yeah, you can. All right, yeah, take a look at that starry headliner. Let's head towards the back. Okay, open up the coach doors. Take a seat inside. The seats are really comfortable. All right, let's close this door. Yeah, inside here, yeah, it feels like you're in a really special car, and indeed it is. So you can see these starry lights. Yeah, so I've been told that you can actually choose, you can ask them to do for you like whatever shape you want to customize, which is really cool. Even you have this right here, really nice, this piece right here. You know, this is basically the clock where you can control using here. So these are the clock. You press on this, it opens up for you to put your sunglasses. Here you got, you know, girls do makeup, everything. You have one on each side. You even have this air vent, you know, just like in the aeroplane. You can move around, toggle it. All right, then here you got massaging chair, right, heated, ventilated, basically anything they have it inside here. And this center console, so this one is pretty normal, but if let's say you want you're a coffee lover or tea lover, you can actually make a teapot set here with water dispenser, hot water, cold water, which this model doesn't have. All right, so yeah, and then this one, this button here, if you give it a press, watch what happens. You press, all right, this one folds down for you to put your feet. just like that, and this one comes up. So you have a table, and here you have a wireless charging tray, so you can charge your phone here. You have a cup holder, so you can do your work here. Imagine editing video here, right, using a laptop. Yeah, what other place can you go, right? That is this, you know, luxury. Okay, so you have the audio, you have the climate, you have the air. This car even has a feature that is, you know, like in Mercedes, where you can choose whatever perfume you want, LV, Chanel, everything, and it actually put inside the glove box right there, and every 15 seconds, or you know, you can set the time interval, it shoots out a bit of mist, so the whole cabin will smell like it. Yeah, it's those attention to detail that's really, really interesting. So let me just close this back up. All right, yeah, see the way it actually works automatically. And then this button right here, I think this is to turn off the lights. Oh yeah, this switch off the starry nights. Okay, you have two cup holders here as well. Like I said, this one can be heated, can be cooled. And then here you have a 3-pin plug. Yes, so you can charge your laptop while doing work. Okay, so you have a 3-pin plug here. In terms of comfort, the seats are really comfortable. So if you open this up, what else do we have? We have a fridge here, so it's really cold. If you touch, it's like ice cold, but it only starts when you start the engine. Okay, and if you open this up, here you can put water bottle. Here normally if you can put teacup, or you know, if you want champagne glass bottles, or you can put inside here. All right, close this back down. Everything feels very, very nice, very luxury, because the quality of materials they use is literally top notch. Okay, you got a Bufori, you know, wording here as well. You want to do embossed headrest, you can. All right, so let's just take a seat. And then even this one, if I open this up, all right, you got some slot here to put your stuff, or alternatively you can just press this and it shows you this. So this one basically allows you to configure the starry light, if I'm not mistaken. So if I press on red, it becomes red. Press on green, become green. All right, blue on blue, definitely blue, because the entire car is blue color theme. Yeah, it's really interesting. All right, no other car does best than Bufori when it comes to next level customizability. Really nice. Okay, so now I'm currently driving the Bufori Geneva. All right, and this car, right, the moment you enter, it gives you a sense of occasion. All right, because everything you see here is so unique and bespoke to Bufori. You know you're in something really special, really unique. All right, and this car certainly attracts a lot of attention. Right, because a lot of cars out there, you know, supercars attract a lot of attention. Cars with loud exhaust attracts a lot of attention. But this car, it's silent. You don't have to be really, you know, even though this car is static, it still attracts a lot of people, because, you know, how can you find cars like this nowadays that is, you know, got those vintage classic looks, but being really modern? You have all Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, all right, and all the materials they use are really high quality materials. Okay, so yeah, driving visibility out is actually not too bad. And even though despite this car being very wide and huge, right, inside you actually don't feel that big. Right, it feels very cozy inside here. Now, one thing nice during a traffic jam, right, is that people will just let you go because they want to see this car, right? So you don't have to put your hand out or whatsoever. They just let you through, right? So you can see, gently does it. And yeah, the materials, everything feels very premium. Inside feels very cozy, very luxurious. All right, you get a very nice view through the side mirror of the, you know, the rear haunches that actually sticks out. That's really cool. But driving this car, you need to be extremely careful, because yeah, not forget about the sheer size of this car. It's over 5.5 meters long. All right, later I'm going to test out the power on this car. So despite this car being so, you know, so luxurious and all, but it's actually quite powerful as well. So this car is powered by a 3.6 litre V6 supercharged engine. Now 0 to 100 in this car just takes around 4.5 seconds, despite this car being, you know, over 2.5 tons in weight, right, which is absolutely crazy. So the top speed for this car is around 265 kilometers per hour. This car also soaks up bumps really well. Okay, now I'm actually got really surprised that the suspension all is done in-house, because normally people outsource it, but that's not what Bufori do. Everything they do in-house. So visiting their factory, it's really an eye-opening experience, because in Malaysia, they're basically the only one who does that. What other car company that actually really does that? Everyone, you know, just outsource parts from other places and what. But this car, nope. Everything is done inside one building, which is really interesting. All right, now it's time to test out, because this car, even though it's so luxurious, Apparently it's really powerful as well. Ready? I'm gonna pedal the metal and see how it feels like. Ready? Let's go. Oh, the sound. You know the sound, the swooshes and the supercharger. It's crazy. Alright, now I'm gonna pedal the metal and let's go. Ready? Oh, this car's quick. Sounds good. Oh my god. Wow. Yeah, don't be deceived. Don't be deceived by the looks. It may look very like a sleeper, you know. It's very comfortable, but it has the power as well if you want it. And yeah, now I've always been a big fan of the likes of Koenigsegg and Pagani, not because of the car, but because of the man behind the company, like Christian von Koenigsegg and Horatio Pagani, who are very passionate in what they do. Same goes for Bufori as well. The level of craftsmanship they do, and also the small attention to details is just incredible. And yeah, so to end it, let me just give you a startup of this car. Yeah.